Hi, Sagittarius. This is going to be your August 2020 forecast. It is good for the sun, rising, or moon sign of Sagittarius. Keep in mind, as always, this is a general reading. It's not a personal reading, so it won't resonate with everyone that watches. Then again, August has not happened yet. I'd like to do general forecasts for the month to come, just to give you an idea of what's ahead for you so you can change course or change direction if you see something that you're not really happy about the outcome with. It's a general reading, but it also might just be what happens if you sleepwalk through life, and we do not want to do that. You guys, check out my sister channel, Soma, Chandra, Libra, as well. I read for Libra, Sagittarius, and sometimes Cancer on that channel every 72 hours. We hyper focus on relationships on that channel. But here I do a Celtic cross for you guys every week, and I definitely include you in the monthly forecast. If you want a message to be personal, book a private reading with me. The link to my website to schedule is in the description below. If you're new to the channel, welcome, subscribe, and hit the bell so you know when I read for your sign. I read for all 12 zodiac signs here every week. All right, Sag, let's get into it. I have the World and the Fool on the deck, on the table for you, that flipped out of the deck. So new cycles coming in, old cycles ending, doing a lot of life review. I see that patience is going to be the thing this month. What came out of the Illumination Oracle deck, and this can be applied to any part of your life, and I'll go through the different parts of your life it could apply to. It's not necessarily about relationship. It could be about career or even health. Patience. Here you are, Sagittarius. Nobody does it better than you. Temperance. This month, you will be sort of waiting and watching the time go here and needing to be patient and wait for something. A renewal from within or another part of your life is on your mind, but it might not be a renewal of something that has died. It could be, you could feel a sense of a renewal. You're waiting for renewal, but there is a butterfly on this card, a renewal from within, a transformation of some kind, and vulnerable came out. You may be feeling somewhat vulnerable in a situation in August. I could also be picking up on an energy around you. Someone around you might be feeling vulnerable. You might be waiting on a renewal in some way. You might have to be patient to wait. Out of the Archangel Oracle deck, which wanted to talk to you guys. I don't know if they'll want to talk to the other fire signs, but they did for you. Overcoming difficulties. This has been coming out a lot as we move through all the things that have gone on in the world. There are some shifts and changes and a lifting of stagnancy, even though with the COVID-19 virus, we're nowhere near being through that. I feel as though a lot of us have plateaued, but now we're beginning to make changes and move beyond it. Jeremiel says the worst is now behind you, and you are surmounting any previous challenges. The worst is behind you. You're ready to soar. But Jophiel came out for you. Here it is again. Patience. Your dreams are blooming more rapidly than you realize. Still, they need nourishing and patience. So your work is not done, Sagittarius. More of the patience. Your dreams are blooming, probably more quickly than you even think. We think things grow slowly, but do a comparison. This might be very much, things might be unfolding for you quickly than you think they are, but you need to be patient and continue to water that garden. Definitely water your dreams. They wanted me to use an oracle deck that I don't use very often for you guys, but this deck really called to me. I think it's the Lightworkers oracle deck. Warrior woman, have you answered your deepest calling? You will be asked in August to look deep within yourself and ask yourself, what is my deepest calling? What am I called to do in my life? This is the Queen of Swords. Some of you might be connecting to an air sign or you have air in your chart, but that's not necessarily true. You're being asked to answer a deep calling from within in August. The Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits, soul tribe. Your guides want you to focus on friendships and a soul tribe. You might be doing some collaborations. You might be getting a lot of intuitive hits. You might be finding some synchronicities in August between yourself and other people. Yeah, heightened intuition in a group dynamic. Your guides want you to come to this great gathering, but before you can do that and answer your deepest calling, some of you might be collaborating with another person, a warrior, but this is meant to be you. before you can, really feel those intuitive hits, things will come together for you, but there's something that needs to be released, unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. There are some cords that will need to be cut for you in August, Sagittarius, in order for you to be part of this great gathering. Some of you might need to release some old patterns with some people in your life that have not been serving you so you can move towards a better soul tribe. It will help you answer your deepest calling. Yeah, very much so. So, what all these cards fly out of the deck. I let them jump out. I am able to let the cards jump. I like jumpers, so it took me quite some time to get them all to jump, and I did clarify practically everything. I have a Two of Pentacles and a Two of Cups here. So a lot of synthesis and balance, and weighing your odds and examining things from two different perspectives seems to be what you will be doing the most in August. You'll be busy, you'll be juggling multiple priorities, time management and flexibility and adaptability will be the thing. You might feel as though you need to ignore your emotions. You might feel a little thrown off balance. The Two of Pentacles is where we examine something from two different points of view, like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? If I do it this way, this will happen. If I do it this way, this will happen. This is one of the best ways to examine the growth potential of something. I see you weighing your odds about something. For some of you, this is money and you're worried that you'll only have two pennies to rub together. You might be wanting to move on from a situation, but you're having a hard time picking a path to move forward or deciding how to execute something. Weighing your options here, trying to figure out what to do. The challenge is the Fool. And it came in the reverse. I have the World and the Fool on the table. I very rarely see the World and the Fool together in the upright because when we complete a cycle, we need to pause and have that tectonic breath between one cycle and the next in our life or in our relationship or in a situation. You see yourself as the World and you see yourself as strength, Leo energy, fixed sign energy. So very paused, needing strength to move forward. Right now, the challenge for you will be, can you leave the past behind? The Fool is lighthearted. He's carefree. He has not a care in the world. He's adventurous. He's original. He feels unprepared. He has to have a beginner's mindset and he has to take a leap of faith. I think that you're weighing your odds about something in August. And the challenge will be, can I have a beginner's mindset? Can I begin again? Can I start fresh? Can I move forward? Can I start this new cycle in a relationship? Can I leave my past behind and take a new job? You might be doing two jobs. You might be doing two things at once. Watch out for risky behavior and taking a risk. But I think the challenge is having a difficult time taking a leap of faith. I think it's because you just need to let your energy settle before you move forward. So make sure you have a good plan. And I see that that might be a struggle for you in August, so we can talk about that and how to fix it. This Magician in reverse can be easily brought into the upright. As a matter of fact, any of the reversals in this deck can be easily corrected within a week even. What's driving you? Interesting. The Moon in reverse to the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Pisces energy here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy here. The moon does not illuminate itself. And when the moon comes in reverse, we start to come to some realizations about some things that might have been hidden from us previously, perhaps things we even hid from ourselves. The moon in reverse is about looking at and examining repressed emotions that you can no longer ignore, things coming to light that caused you a vagueness and instability up until August. You'll begin to see some things that you didn't see, maybe you didn't want to see them, facing the future with some uncertainty. It's not nearly as bad as the moon in the upright where you have no idea where you're going. I feel as though for you, Sagittarius, you will be facing the end of the summer with a lot of uncertainty, with a lot of emotions that were repressed, probably bubbling to the surface. If anything has been bothering you, you will start to feel better. Just accept the emotions. I see you getting over something, so I think that's part of it. But moving forward, it's the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. The Seven of Pentacles is about staying in our present moment. This guy is waiting for a tree to bear fruit. He's put a lot of work into this garden and he's just staring at it almost in futility, but he's willing to wait. He will wait for a return on his investment. He takes a long term view of success and expects sustainable results. He will persevere, but he's doing it alone. In the reverse, I think what I'm seeing here for you guys is that you're facing the future with a lot of uncertainty. You have all these repressed emotions bubbling to the surface, and you just don't have much of a plan for something in your life moving forward. You might lack long term vision at the moment. Limited success versus reward. If some of you are nearing retirement, that's not going to happen soon. And you just need to develop a little bit more of a plan. You may be coming to some realizations about some situations in your life in August, Sag, and you realize, you know what? I really am not liking the way this crop is turning up. And even though I have uncertainty moving forward, I don't have much of a plan here. I just know that I'm not willing to wait. Yeah, I just see that because there's so much uncertainty for you still in some situations in your life, you just might not have a plan yet. If you want to have a plan, just know that I would keep this moon in reverse. We want things to not be veiled and hidden in the moonlight from other people, from ourselves, from each other. If you want this crop to turn up for you, you will have to get out there and put in the work. Maybe you just don't have a solid plan yet. In the past that's most important to affecting the present moment. The lovers, the Eight of Wands, Six of Pentacles. So this could be a relationship. It could even be a career. The lovers is the lovers. This is Gemini energy. This is a match made in heaven. This is about love. This is about relationships and harmony and value alignment. It is about having a lover of some kind often, but it's often also we have choices. This might have been a situation that moved very quickly. The Eight of Wands means alignment, air travel, movement, fast-paced change, Cupid's arrow, rapid, coming in hot. So you might have come into alignment very, very quickly in a situation. I think there was a lot of equal give and take, but I don't know that it was enough because you don't have a solid plan moving forward in August. You might have been spread very thin in a situation. You might have had to have been very generous in a situation. Somebody might have been giving to more than one person or a situation. I think it's a situation that looked great and it moved really quickly and there was a lot of equal give and take. And that would have to continue for this speed with the Eight of Wands to be sustained. And I think you're not sure you can keep up with it with this Two of Pentacles because you started out with six, but now you're down to two. And you're like, oh gosh, with the two, the six, and the seven here, I think at this point you're not sure how much of an investment you can make. That might be why you're having a hard time taking a risk moving forward. I get it. It's hard to be the fool, especially when you're older. Yeah, some of you are trying to have a baby. That might not happen in August. Just keep at it. Time and flexibility and adaptability might be what's necessary. I don't know why I just heard that, but I did. That's not true for very many of you, but it might be true for a few of you. What's on your mind? And this is your crowning thought, which is really the advice you're always giving yourself. That's the beauty of the Celtic cross. This is the advice built into the spread. Five of Cups in reverse and the Six of Cups. This is interesting. Your soul is telling you, with whatever's going on in August, Sagittarius, there's no need to cry over spilled milk. The Five of Cups is about disappointment and pessimism. We have regrets. We feel as though we failed at something. There are two cups left standing, but he's focused on the three that have spilled. And this guy looks pretty disappointed. In the reverse, you're saying to yourself, this was just a personal setback. I can forgive myself. I can move on. I can focus on the positive instead of the negative. You will be left with some nostalgia and some memories of love. The Six of Cups in the upright for me is no bridges burned. We do become homesick for something from the past. It's a childhood memory, a time when there was innocence and sweetness and joy. So I think that you will be nostalgic or homesick or missing a person or a situation, perhaps when times were just easier. This might be a situation where you're saying to yourself, there's no need to be so pessimistic. We can kind of go back to the drawing board. A five in reverse is always sort of a break-even card. This might be a time where we can recall the best of a person or a situation. If it's a relationship, your soul is telling you, this person or this situation could just be part of your growing and learning process, and you'll always have these memories of love. If this is work related or anything like that, some of you might be willing to get over something that went down in the past that disappointed you and go back. It's a situation where you may think about going back, possibly, but you'll at least be somewhat nostalgic and missing a situation. If anything, when times were easier, and we all do that. But I think you're being affected by the past, and that might be why you're having a hard time moving forward in a situation. That's true for all of us. Your actions in the future, moving out of August into September, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and the Two of Cups. So if you're the Queen of Pentacles can be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, a wife, a mother. She's the boss. She's boss lady. The Queen of Pentacles will take a very nurturing, practical approach. She provides financially. She's often a married woman or a working parent. She's usually doing very well career-wise. This might be a situation where you decide to step out of that kind of a role and focus more on yourself. It might be a career situation as well, where you're like, I want to step out of this role, or maybe I'm not doing as well financially as I want to, but I love what I'm doing. That could be happening. This could possibly be about breaking some kind of a contract or even a divorce, but that's not necessarily true. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse is simply where we have some work home conflicts. We're focused on trying to gain independence. This is a person that needs a lot of self care. So watch your health, pay close attention to career. Some things might be getting out of balance for you. But I do see a productive conversation being had about it, or at the very least, sometimes the Two of Cups can simply mean when we look at ourselves in the mirror, we feel good about it. We feel a unification between our soul and our earth body. If you're breaking any kind of a contract, or saying, or a person is saying to you, look, I can't be super committed right now. I really need to take care of myself. I think a good conversation could be had about it, a good heart to heart conversation. This might even be you retiring or stepping out of a role of seniority in some way, or someone around you is. Overall, though, I see a good productive conversation attached to it, which is good, a good heart to heart. The way you see yourself in August, this is impressive. The world and strength, endings, completions, happy graduation, the tectonic breath, the pause between one cycle and the next. You will be doing a lot of life review. You will be thinking about starting new cycles. The world is at your fingertips. You are on top of the world. Some of you will be thinking about travel. Some of you are at a distance from a situation that you want to be in. But I think you will be completing something. And I think it will be a situation where you step out of something, or a person around you has a heart to heart with you about stepping out of something. This creates a lot of uncertainty for you and not much of a plan moving forward. But this ending is a true ascension. It's all wrapped up very neatly, which is a good omen. Like, whether we are not always happy about an ending of a cycle, but when the world comes in the upright, a new beginning is assured. You might just be having a hard time moving forward. You might have to get some of your ducks in a row and think of a good plan and get out of all this repressed emotion and uncertainty and reconcile a past, perhaps. Moving forward, you will feel the need to have strength of character. Strength only comes when it's called for. Strength is when we have to be the human resources department in our own life. We do have to face a situation with strength. And we need to tame our raw emotion, desire, pride, ego. It takes compassion. We need to be the gentling influence in a situation. We need to be strong moving forward. So a cycle will complete for you in August, and you will need to it will take strength to complete the cycle. This might be a communication with a person from your past, even, that you need to reconcile with and fix. Not necessarily, but for some of you, I see you dealing with it as best you possibly can. Well done. This is Leo energy. Some of you might be dealing with a Leo. I have Leo here. I have Pisces here. I have Gemini here. I have Virgo, Aries here, and Taurus as well. Yeah, more Leo, Scorpio, Libra. I looked at an energy around you. This could be a romantic partner, a friend, a family member, a loved one, the person that's most deeply influencing you, or perhaps you're thinking about right now. The way they see themselves in general is the Ace of Wands. This person wants a kindling of a flame. They want a new opportunity. They want inspiration. They want something with a lot of growth potential. They might be wanting to rekindle a passionate flame with you or within themselves. They do want to start something new. They want it to have a lot of growth potential and passion. But the way they feel about you, Sagittarius, Judgment in reverse to the Ace of Cups in reverse. If this is a relationship, this person might want to just start something new somewhere else entirely, but I'm not certain of that. It will depend on what communication happens between the two of you. I have two aces here. This person wants beginnings and new things in their life. With or without you is not entirely certain. This is a general reading. But for now, this person is very focused on self love. Their cup of love is pointed down. They're having a hard time being creative. They're having a hard time being compassionate. They're repressing their emotions. They need to love themselves first. That's why you might have to be the gentling influence. And with the Judgment in reverse, this person might feel a very strong inner critic. They might criticize and judge themselves very harshly. Judgment is where we can't ignore the inner calling. We absolutely know what we want. We have an absolution that brings an ending that will come towards transcendence. You're getting the transcendence. As a matter of fact, you're already trying to figure out a way to move forward. You're already doing that with the Two of Pentacles. You don't have much of a plan, but I think the reason you don't have much of a plan moving forward with your Seven of Pentacles in reverse is whoever this person is, they're having a hard time hearing the inner calling. They might be hearing it, but they might be ignoring it. This is about a rebirth. This is our whistleblower here. The angel of the divine wakes us up. This person can't leave the past behind. They're at a crossroads and they're not ready to move forward. They need to practice more self-love. The action they'll take towards you, the Sun in reverse to the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. This person's operating with maybe a false impression. They might have a very strong inner child. They are either overly optimistic or pessimistic. Their ego is getting in the way. I think they don't have a lot of clarity moving forward with you, and timing seems to be a problem with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. This person's having a very difficult time breaking cycles and allowing for expansion. They're having a hard time tolerating the ups and downs. If they play out a cycle with you, I don't know that they'll be able to leave the past behind. So you need to know that with whomever is around you that's affecting your life the most in August. Your hopes and fears, your feelings in August. The Magician in reverse, Virgo, and the Page of Wands, that's you, Sagittarius. Honestly, what I'm seeing here, Sag, is you feel as though you lack a plan. I kind of feel you saying to yourself, this is where we want to manifest and explore and study something and maybe communicate in a situation where we feel the need to discover more. We're excited, we're passionate, we see a lot of growth potential in something and we want to explore it in a passionate way. And the Magician has a plan. He can be the single catalyst for change in his life and in a situation. He's the jack of all trades and he will work his magic and execute his plan. So one of two things could be happening for you. You're feeling frustrated and bored and stuck, and you feel as though you have to be manipulative to get what you want. But I don't think that's what it is, because you're showing up as strength. Yeah, you're showing up as strength. I think you're kind of feeling like you're fearful that you're going to have to be the single catalyst for change, and you're reforming your ideas. You're facing the beliefs you have about yourself that limit you. You do have all the tools you need to succeed, but your talents might be underutilized or even going to waste. And I think you feel the need to redirect your energy and go on a little bit more of a spiritual path so you can figure out, how can I have a better plan here? Watch for cynicism. Watch for feeling like you have to pull every trick up your sleeve to get something. Just continue to be strong. Yeah, very much so. What you're ending on, though, is the Hierophant in reverse to the Six of Swords. Some of you are really breaking a contract in a situation. The Hierophant is the marriage card. Some of you are contemplating a divorce or leaving a big company. maybe leaving university. The Hierophant's the system. This is family. This is tradition. This is the conservative approach. This is where we play by the rules. And we're deeply influenced by family, spiritual values, and societal norms. I think you feel the need to march to the beat of your own drum, or someone else around you does. Make sure you do not cling to old ways. But this is where we challenge all those things and we break from tradition. Sometimes it's simply having an unconventional approach to something, or a divorce, or an unconventional relationship of some kind. But outside of clinging to old ways, it's okay to march to the beat of your own drum. I see a contract being broken and not allowing friends, family, and society at large to influence your opinions, or it might be someone else around you doing that as well. Some of you are forming your own spiritual practice that is outside of the norm. You might be looking for a soul tribe to do that with. I think you'll find it if you answer your deepest calling. And this could be the unbound part. You or someone close to you that's affecting you in August might be breaking a contract of some kind so that you can release an old pattern. You will move on from this. The Six of Swords, where we go through a transition and a change. It's a rite of passage. You will release baggage. It is a slow energy, but we move away from conflict, loss, and change. And it is a graceful, smooth transition, which is great. Okay, Sagittarius, so that is your August forecast. Remember to answer your deepest calling. Look for the good soul tribe. Release the patterns. The worst is over, but you do still need to continue to be patient. And remember that, yeah, patience is not a virtue. It's a skill. No one can teach you patience. You have to learn it for yourself. The renewal is coming, okay? Just honor your feelings of vulnerability and the vulnerability of those around you. Okay, Sag, that's your August prediction. I'm always listening to the universe for you. Take care of yourselves. I hope you guys have a great month. Check out Soma, Chandra, Libra for your love messages. And I will do another Celtic cross for the last week of July here for you guys next week. I'm always listening to the universe for you, Sag. Take care of yourselves. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.